Okay, honey, listen. I have a quick question for you, okay? Because I just want to hear it from men, all right? So I'm going to go talk to so many men because I just want to hear what men have to say about this, okay? Say, for instance, you wasn't married, okay? However, you were a single man, all right? And you were out here, dating, etc., etc. You met a woman that you really find interesting and really would like to get to know. Tell me, as a man, what would be your ideal first date?
My ideal first date probably would be a nice restaurant where we could sit down, have a nice meal, and get to know one another.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Okay. So my question to you, would you think to ask a woman on a first date to go get coffee? I just want to hear, would you ask a woman, hey, let's go get some coffee? On a first date. I'm just curious.
Nah, not on the first date. Having coffee, that's like when we friends and we know each other, say, hey, yo, you want to get some coffee or something like that, but not on the first date. First date should be a nice atmosphere, nice dinner.
Yeah.
Spend a little money, show a little interest.
Right, effort, right?
Yeah.
Show effort, right? So what are your thoughts? And I'm just curious, because like I said, I'm going to be talking to some men about this. What are your thoughts when a man approach a woman and say, hey, we can meet up for some coffee? What when men do that, what are they doing? What is the purpose of that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It sounds like a sales pitch. That's when people are trying to sell you something or get you into their business. But as far as a date, that don't sound too good.
Yeah. But you know what is so funny about this coffee shit? First date shit? Coffee? The number of women who are okay with the dude calling them saying, hey, or texting them saying, hey, we can meet up and have a cup of coffee. They really I don't have a problem with coffee. Am I tripping or what? I can't even imagine me being a single woman and a dude contact me talking about, yeah, we can meet up for some coffee. Something I make every day in my house. Am I tripping or what, sweetheart? Am I tripping?
No, I don't think you're tripping, but evidently that's what they used to. They ain't used to men approaching them on a classy level. So
right,
to each his own.
They used to them loser ass men. Men who ain't got no money, men who ain't get, cause real men don't think to take a woman to go get coffee. They just don't. You understand? A real man, a quality man, a mature man is not going to think to take a woman to go get some damn coffee. I'm just amazed, honey. I'm really amazed that. And these women be sitting up hooraying that shit too. They be like, yeah, I'm okay with coffee because coffee allows me to get out when I need to. I can leave the building quick, but there's no chemistry. What are you talking about, sister? If there's no chemistry, you still enjoy your dinner and you go your separate ways. One more time, am I tripping or what?
That's it. I say enjoy your dinner. Try to enjoy your dinner. Try to, make a night of it. And that's it. After that, you ain't got to call him no more or accept his calls.
Right, but it's just mature dating. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's the same thing if a man take a woman on a date and there's no chemistry. A mature man is still going to go through the date, act mature, and then after the date, hey, I won't be contacting her no more. It's just, but I wasn't feeling it. But for these grown, bad women to sit up and try to justify a man calling them to take them to get coffee, it's ironic. But it's crazy. But you know what I say to that? You could tell these are women who've never been on a date, never been asked to go on a date, never really dealt with quality men, don't have an idea of how quality men think. So to them, this is normal, a man asking them to go get an $8 cup of coffee. And the thing about it, what they don't realize is that a man asking you to get coffee, that's how your relationship will look from now on, okay? He will never, ever try and advance that relationship to do really special things for you because they see that you are okay with accepting nothing. Am I right?
You're right.
All right, I just had to get it from a man's point of view. Woo! Hi, Dennis.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you, Natalie Clarice.
Nice to meet you, Natalie.
Quick question, Dennis. What is your idea of a first date with a woman that you really find interesting?
First date, for sure, if you want to stay with them, take them skydiving.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing.
If they can handle that, then they'll handle the rest of their life for you.
Okay, my next question. What are your thoughts when a man take a woman to go get coffee for a first date? What are your thoughts about that?
Doesn't think much of that person. That's a very minimal effort.
Thank you, Dennis. I tell my women that all the time.
I wouldn't go to coffee.
You wouldn't go to coffee,
I go to
right?
coffee with my coworker, and not somebody I was interested in.
You hear that, right? Dennis, I've been telling my women this forever. For some reason, they want to think coffee dates are okay. I personally...
Think better of yourself.
Dennis, you the man. Love it. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Did you all hear that? He said that a coffee date is not a date that a man who likes you will take you on. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to tell you guys that. A man wanting to take you to get coffee does not like you at all. What is it going to take, people? Wow. It's the one way. Ooh, yummy. This is delicious. You know, because I get the one-way home fragrance, but they have the cologne. That's awesome. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I needed some air. Oh my God. Yeah, I was telling her that I usually get the one-way fragrance for my home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you have the one-way?
Yes, we have it right here. It will be my way inspired by the one itself.
Oh, you're right. Okay, right. Oh my God, this is my favorite. When I tell you, everybody that comes into my house like, what is that smell? So good. Okay, I already have it, so I don't need it again. Actually, as a matter of fact, I have like 3 fragrances in here, so I'm good. Thank you, honey. Okay. Hi, Matthew.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Awesome. I have a quick question. If you meet a girl, right, and you're really interested in her, right, what would be the first date that you would take her on? What would be the ideal date that you would take her on? Someone that you're interested in getting to know.
My answer is a little bit nuanced because I grew up in an era where first dates to a restaurant or something was expected, but it was also appreciated. So
Yes.
the energy was reciprocated.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, just from what I hear, because I am not single,
Okay.
From what I hear from my single friends is the expectation for a first date is like 5-star restaurant. It's
Yeah.
you know, date to Mexico or something.
Yeah, just
you
weird.
You have
Yeah.
to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
And the appreciation for the simple things is not there. This
Yeah,
is,
well,
you know,
those girls are not for you. Those girls have no clue about
Correct.
dating, so you don't even entertain those types of women. However, my question to you is, what are your thoughts about a man taking a woman on a first date to get coffee? What are your thoughts about that? And I want you to give me your honest truth. A man meet a woman for the first date, and he say, hey, can we go get some coffee? What are your thoughts about that?
To me, that's a simple adaptation that men have they've adapted to because, again, the appreciation for I know this went viral a couple years ago, let's say Cheesecake Factory, just for an example. Once upon a time, Cheesecake Factory was okay.
And it is still okay.
Yeah,
it's
it was
still
okay.
Yes.
But nowadays, no, you need to go to Del Fre. I don't even know what's
Yeah,
out
I
there.
know what you're
Whatever
saying.
is
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
They need a 5-star experience. And a lot of times that is because they're following women that have had that 5-star experience. So now they feel like they deserve that 5-star experience as well.
Yeah.
Because if my friend looks like this, I feel like I'm on her tier. She had this experience, I need to match that experience. Anything less than that, I'm settling.
Yeah.
That's the mindset.
Absolutely.
Whereas the mindset should actually be, am I there for the guy or am I there for the dinner?
Absolutely.
Like, what is the actual objective here? Is it to just get a cop a dinner, or
Yeah.
is it to meet the person, know the
And
person?
get to know the person.
So that's kind of where, in my opinion, the environment is at.
Yeah.
From everything I hear, from everything I analyze, that's where we headed, and that's where we're at. So
Yeah.
coffee dates is a simple adaptation that men it's expensive to date. That's just the facts of the matter.
Yeah.
And if the whole burden is on a man to provide that, which a lot of men actually don't have an issue with.
Right, they don't. If they
But
really like you, they don't.
need to have reciprocated energy.
Yes.
And a coffee date is just something, okay, I'm not going to go spend $500 or whatever it is on you on the first date.
Right.
Just for you to go on a date the next day and then you ghost me, I don't get a text back, so on and so forth. So
Got it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. What would be your ideal first date, and what are your thoughts about the coffee date? Thank you so much,
No problem.
Matthew, for your time.
of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
Nice to
right.
meet you. Nice
Hey guys, I'm Natalie Tyrese. Nice to meet you. You guys are so handsome. Okay, I just have a quick question for you. It's going to be real quick, all right? Now listen, if you met a woman, right, and you're really, really interested in getting to know her because you find her attractive and maybe there's some chemistry, right? So what I want to know from each and every one of you all, what would be the first date that you would take her on? What would be the first date?
We're gonna keep it simple and go coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee.
All right, you said coffee, okay?
It's gotta be a dinner and an activity. So I go dinner, maybe mini putt-putt, maybe bowling, probably mini putt-putt though.
I like that.
I think that was good. I was going to say the same thing without dinner. I think putt-putt, top golf, bowling,
An activity.
rollerblading. Yeah, something where you guys are kind of doing something together. Maybe something that neither of you are really that good at.
Yeah.
So you can kind of have an experience, bonding experience, and chatting while you're doing it.
I love that.
So I have a dog, so I would take her to the dog park with me and be able to just, walk around, chat a little bit. But yeah, we can go dog park.
I like that. Okay. So my next question, all right? The next question. You said coffee, okay? So what are your thoughts about a coffee date? Why did you say coffee? What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's just easier to get to know somebody over coffee, where it's not too loud, right? Expectations aren't too high, right? It's usually in the middle of the day. It's a great way to get to know somebody right away.
Okay, love that. What are your thoughts about a coffee date?
I like it. You keep it semi-casual, just get to know, just quick chat. It doesn't have to be too long. You're in and out.
Okay.
And you leaves room for a next date. So
All
I'm
right.
down.
What are your thoughts about a coffee date?
I think a coffee date's fine so long as they're clear that it's a date and not like a business meeting. Right? So you gotta make that kind of distinction, separate. But I think it's fine, right? Just not getting too close with the coffee breath. But yeah.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I would have said it myself. I think coffee's great. It's, just casual. You can do it during the day and then just continue on with the rest of your day.
Guys, I thank you so much for your time. You don't realize how much you are helped my women.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. Wow. Hi, Jamal.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Quick question for you. If you meet a young lady, right, that you really, really like, okay, and you're interested in getting to know her, what would be the ideal date? What would be an ideal date that you would take her on as a first date?
Short, quick answer. I would say a neutral setting somewhere where not sure if she had a long week, not sure how your day went, but it's a place where, yes, you can interact, have a calm conversation, just be like, hey, how's everything going?
Okay.
What do you like to do? Just one of those things where it's not too much pressure, don't feel like an interrogation, and they could just give an honest answer about themselves, just things that they like to do. So
Got it. I like that. So let me ask you this: What is your thoughts about a man wanting to take a woman to coffee, to go get coffee on a first date? What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, coffee's a safe place, a safe bet. But at the same time, it's like when you go to a coffee setting, I don't look at that as like an icebreaker on I want to get to know you basis. It's more so we already established some camaraderie, we got some chemistry, and now we're gonna go have a cup of coffee to talk about something that happened recently.
Exactly. Coffee dates are when you are already established.
Yeah.
Am I wrong or right?
That's what I would say.
That's what I would say. Okay, so in other words, basically what you're saying is that coffee would not be the first date situation. Normally would not be a first date.
No.
Jamal, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break from filming and and get some din. So we're at one of our favorite restaurants as usual, and we're gonna order an entree of things that we like. But like I've said before, and I'm gonna say it again, a man taking you for coffee on the first date is a no-no. But for those women who are okay with it and think it's absolutely fine, you go girl and you do you. But for my women who understands, a man taking you to get coffee is a no-no. All right? That's not a good sign. Okay, guys? But anyway, let me order my food. I'll be back, guys. The crab dip, the nachos, the steak bites. Yeah, those are very good. The steak bites. It don't matter, but I know I want those three. I just didn't order. Super good. And make sure I get my lychee martini. Which one are you doing today? So let's do a cheers to good cheers to good people, good life, good energy, and good time. Right? Cheers, guys. Love you guys. Wow. This is good, y'all. Wow. This is a lychee martini. Try it. Calamari tastes good. Put it in that Now this is the chocolate white brownie, guys. Ooh. Delicious, right? Marcus.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Natalie Clarice.
Nice.
Okay, so Marcus, quick question for you, all right? If you met a woman, right, and it was someone that you were really interested in getting to know, I mean, you see the chemistry, you like what you see, and you're really interested in getting to know her.
Yeah.
What will be the first idea date that you will take her on?
The first idea. So for myself, typically I like to do a series of dates.
Okay.
So the first date I like to keep it simple.
Okay.
Because I may have those feelings for her, but they may not be mutual.
Okay.
So the first time, maybe something simple, a nice little coffee date.
Okay.
Even something as simple as a glass of wine.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the next dates to follow, if the chemistry is there,
Okay.
it's all different. So
Okay.
I'm a very adventurous guy. So maybe date number 2,
Yeah.
we'll do something fun,
Okay.
athletic. I love fitness. It's one of my biggest passions.
Okay.
So probably do something like exercise, a workout. I love to, do things like, ride bikes and things like of that nature.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
just something to get our hearts pumping. Right?
Yeah, okay.
And then the third date, if it's really like, okay, there's some potential there, something
Yeah.
really adventurous like skydiving.
Ooh.
Or I love to travel. I'm a big traveler too. And I fall pretty deep when I know it's real. So when I know it's real, then
most men do. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I take it, I take it to the next level and probably go travel, nice little road trip. So
I like that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, coffee dates. When you say coffee date, explain that to me. What type of coffee setting are you talking about?
I would say something more on the romantic end.
Okay.
By the waterfront.
Okay.
I'm born and raised Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, so I know this area where we're at.
Right.
So take her somewhere real nice that has a nice decor, nice
I like
aesthetic.
that. Oh, okay.
So not Starbucks or nothing, no offense to Starbucks.
Yeah.
But nothing so simple for a first date.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Oh my God, the car. I just wanted to make sure we wasn't talking about Dunkin' Donuts.
No.
Wawa.
No, not Wawa.
Starbucks.
No.
Okay, so you're more or less talking about like the cafes and things like that.
I would say so. Yeah, something of that nature. Something still beautiful.
Yeah.
A place that's memorable where we may want to double back in the future.
I like that. Okay, I like that. All right, because there is a different type of settings when we say coffee.
Of course,
I want to just make sure we're talking about a coffee date that is impressive.
Yes,
showing some effort in there.
Of course. A lot of effort. The way I see it is, if I'm gonna approach a woman and she is receptive, I have to approach her for a reason. There's something about her that's gonna make me gravitate towards her regardless.
Yes.
So I wouldn't really want something so simple myself.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't treat my partner or my potential partner that way either.
I like that.
So
Marcus, you're amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
You're so
are you.
awesome.
I appreciate it.
Very handsome.
Yeah, so thank you.
Are you single or you're married?
I am married.
You're married.
I am married, proudly so.
I love that.
Yes,
oh my God. What do you say to women when they like to say, married men cheat too? They be in women DM and cheating too. What do you say when you say, because women have this thing about married men. I'm a married woman.
Yes.
And I don't have those problems. So what do you say about those women who are so negative when it comes to married men?
I would say what it is like, first, before you look for a partner, find yourself first.
Yeah.
I've been in many relationships and I realized that the common denominator of it not working out was me.
Yeah.
Until I fixed what was going on with myself internally, that's when I found the right one.
Love that.
So that I would say is the main thing. Work on yourself first. Build yourself first. Work from the inside out. Once you do that, everything else will come to you.
Marcus, amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Now, I want to make sure that we understand when he say coffee, all right? He's not talking about a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts, okay? Let me be clear. He's talking about a coffee cafe where you can literally have breakfast, lunch, and brunch, okay? Where they make all the lattes, all the matcha coffees, just all types of creative coffee drinks, okay? That is the type of place that he's talking about, all right? Which means that he's not talking about a simple Dunkin' Donuts, all right? A simple Starbucks, all right? No, we're not talking about that, all right? He's talking about a coffee cafe. That is a very big difference, okay, guys? So remember that when a man say that he wants to take you to get coffee, you ask him, what type of coffee place are you referring to? So you can make sure that he's not taking you to Dunkin' Donuts.
When I sit, oh pretty baby, so bring me down.
Hi, Gabrielle.
Hey, how's it going?
Natalie Clarice.
Pleasure.
Nice
Thank you
to
for
meet
giving
you.
us the opportunity here today.
Absolutely. Quick question, Gabrielle.
Yes.
All right. You meet a woman, right?
Okay.
And she's very attractive, someone that you are attracted to.
Okay.
You could see yourself, really wanting to get to know this woman because you like what you see, right?
Okay,
So
absolutely.
tell me, what is your idea of a first date? Tell me that. What is your idea of a first date?
For me, my go-to first date, I love going to just a wine bar.
Ooh.
Something nice, intimate.
I like
somewhere
that.
where we can just enjoy each other's company, have great conversation, and not have to be too loud.
Yeah.
And another good thing about going to like a wine bar, it's, because you gotta understand, I may like her, she may like me, but throughout the conversation, it may go great and it may not go so great. So
absolutely.
like with a wine bar, it's very non-committal.
Yeah.
If it goes great, we can go to the next spot. If not, then that's fine too. We at least enjoy each other's company for right now. So that's probably my go-to first date.
Yeah, and I think that's a really nice go-to first date, you ask me. Now, my next question is, what are your thoughts about coffee dates? What are your thoughts about, oh my God, these cars. What are your thoughts about coffee dates on the first date?
I think coffee dates are a great idea. I think it's pretty much applying the same principle like I was mentioning with the wine date.
Yeah.
Just, not having alcohol involved. I think coffee dates are fantastic.
Yeah.
And I will say this too, I think I will also do a coffee date. It just depends on the women, depends on the vibe that I'm feeling.
Yeah,
But I think they're great too because, again, not so committal. It's an open area, still intimate where you can have a direct conversation, but it's not as much pressure as, let's say, a dinner, or something else. So yeah, I like the idea of a coffee date.
Okay, so my next question with the coffee dates is that when you say coffee date, what kind of coffee date are we talking about?
Well, you're talking to the right one because I love going to different coffee shops and working out of them. So I think finding a nice intimate coffee bar. It has great decor, great coffee. I think that's the first thing.
Yes.
But it's good energy in there.
Yes.
Not like a Dunkin' Donuts or just like a random a chain coffee shop. Something more intimate, and something fun.
And something more upscale and more attractive. Exactly, because I have an issue with coffee dates, especially if you're talking about Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Now, if you would have said that, I would have had a problem with you.
No, that's not my style.
But you said a nice coffee cafe, which means that you can have breakfast there, you can have brunch there.
Absolutely.
And you can have a midnight, a noon type of meal because they have different things that you can order.
Yes.
Okay.
I can give you a list after this. So.
Yeah, I love that. Gabrielle, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Are you single or married?
I am single, actually. Yeah.
Why? Because you're too handsome to be single, so why are we single?
Just one of those guys putting career first, for right now.
Okay, got it.
If the right one comes, the right one comes.
Absolutely.
Not putting any pressure on it.
I think they're going to be so happy whenever they come along. Yeah.
Thank
Gabriella, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Okay. Hey Neville, how
you doing? I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Natalie Kyries.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so Neville, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, talk to me.
If you were to meet a woman, right, and it's someone that you're really interested in getting to know, you could literally see this woman, it's like, wow, I really want to get to know her.
Yeah.
What would be the idea, the first date that you would take her on? What would be the ideal date, the first date?
I think my first ideal date would be somewhere where we could talk. I think a lot of dates, sometimes you don't really get a chance to communicate and really get to ask those weed out questions.
Okay.
So, I think the older you get, you kind of know what you want in life.
Absolutely.
So I want to be able to drill off those questions off
Absolutely.
back. What type of environment did you grow up in? Did you grow up with both your parents in the household?
Ooh.
Are you ambitious? What do you see for yourself in the next couple years?
Amazing.
I think a lot of times, we look for a finished product.
Yes.
But as long as you have dreams and you're working on something, I think that's all that matters. So if I take you to movies, I'm not going to be able to ask you those questions.
Absolutely not, yeah.
If I take you to a 5-star restaurant, we might be able to, have those questions, but I think a lot of times it's, have you been here?
Right.
Do you like this food? And then you keep going. So I would say maybe a walk in the park.
Okay.
Maybe we can grab coffee similar to where we're at right now.
Okay.
And then after that, move from there. Then we can maybe, get dinner or something, but something where we able to actually communicate.
Right, talk and whatnot. Yeah. And the thing is, where we are right now, yes, it's coffee, but it's not a coffee-centered place. It's like you can have lunch, brunch, and dinner here. This is not like a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks. So this will be an awesome place to have a first date. So, I'm very, a stickler with these coffee dates because, some men talking about coffee and we're talking about Dunkin' Donuts.
Right. We're not doing the Dunkin'.
No, that's a no-no, and that's not a good date, especially for a first date. But a place like this, this is more than just coffee. So,
even like a marketplace, somewhere where I can get to feel your energy and your vibe. I think life is all about vibrations and energy.
Absolutely.
So you can't really tell that in the movies or the club or going out somewhere loud. So even I like comedy shows, but maybe that's something after we walk for a little bit, then we can enjoy the comedy show.
I like that.
But I definitely agree. We're not doing, just regular coffee. We gotta up it. You can get a little meal here.
There you go. That's what I'm talking
we can spice it up. So fellas, we're not doing the coffee. Let's do something else, something more elegant.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love the questions that you were asking, because those are concrete questions that you would ask a person.
I agree.
Because I have some ladies, they have a thing, if I ask too many questions, he gonna believe. Why would you not want to ask questions about a person? You understand? How do you get to know a person to see if you and this guy have some chemistry if you ain't asking questions, right? So I don't understand when women say things like that. Again, it just shows me that they really do not know how to date. Because if you're dating, you're going to ask questions, right?
It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street because also based off of his questions, you can also kind of feel where his mind is at.
There you
know, so a lot of times I think people are just dating just to date. And you know, I think the first thing is ask yourself, what do you want out of this date?
Absolutely.
And be upfront. And I think if you grown, you should be able to, you know, communicate what you want. Hey, I'm not looking for something. I'm healing right now. I'm just looking for a friend.
There you
go. And you know, stick to it. And also, ladies, if you say you're looking for a friend, don't a month later now switch it up. You know, be honest from the jump, and fellas too. So I think it's a two-way street when it comes to dating and asking questions. Yeah.
Nelly, you're amazing.
You're amazing. Thank you for pulling me. Yeah, so thank you for pulling me for the interview. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, my love.
Nice meeting me.
Okay.
Follow me, networking Neville. Boom, love. Thank you.
Follow him. Okay guys, I am about to go into this coffee cafe so that you guys could actually see what a coffee cafe looks like, all right? And I'm doing this because I need you to understand it is a big difference from a man taking you to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, okay? At a coffee cafe, you're able to have breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner, all right? Which is the perfect setting for a date because most times they're super, super nice. I know because I go to many of them to get my almond croissants. They're super nice and the food is usually absolutely delicious. 1 second, loud car. The food is absolutely delicious, okay? But I feel it is very important that you all know the difference because some of you all be really haranguing a cup of coffee with creamer, okay? That's not a date, all right? If a man has a problem spending a couple of dollars on you for lunch, brunch, or dinner, he doesn't like you, okay? He does not like you, all right? Because when a man really likes you, he's going to show effort in the date, okay? If he's not putting in any effort into the date, he's just meeting up with you to see what you're talking about, all right? But he does not like you, all right? So follow me. I'm going to show you what a coffee cafe looks like. Let's go. When a man is really interested in getting to know you, I've said this to you guys before, okay? And I'm going to say this to you again because this is what this series is about, okay? Learning how to identify when a man is really interested in getting to know you, okay? When a man is really interested in getting to know you and he has identified you as someone that he is really, really interested in, first thing a man is going to do, first and foremost, is try to impress you, okay? It's just what a man do. It's just like us. When we really like somebody, what do? We be like, oh my God, I got to make sure I look nice, honey, because I want to impress him. I want him to know that I am like, I can really look nice when I want to. You know, we're trying to impress the guy, right? Same thing with the man, all right? When a man is really interested in getting to know you, you're going to see the effort. You're going to see the planning. You're going to see that because he wants you to know without saying anything that he has put forth effort into this date or whatever it is that he's trying to do for you to impress you, okay? That's just how it goes, all right? So I say this to say this. When a man is only taking you to drink coffee, there's no interest in you, all right? He's just meeting up with you just to hear what you're talking about, just to see what's going on. But there's really not a sincere interest in you because he's not putting any effort into the date, all right? And because we have so many women that are okay with the man taking you to get coffee, it really shows me that you guys have never had anyone to really like you. That's really what it's showing, okay? You've never had a guy to really show you any real effort
when it comes to you, because you're not able to identify or distinguish when a man likes you and when they're not really interested in you. A man taking you to go get Dunkin' Donut coffee or coffee, period, all right? There's no interest in you, all right? I need you to understand that. Instead of you trying to justify why this man called you to go drink some coffee, from me to you, he don't like you. Not even a little bit, all right? If he's not putting in any effort to really plan a quality date from you, I'm going to repeat it again. He doesn't like you. Whether you're okay with it or not, I'm telling you beforehand, he doesn't like you, all right? And for the women who love to say, oh, I go drink coffee because it's an easy way for me to escape. How immature. How immature of you, all right? You can't have a conversation, a mature conversation with a man that you may not have any interest in. You're just immature and you're small-minded, all right? Because sometimes you're not going to be attracted to the person, all right? Quality men do it all the time. They'll take a woman out to dinner who they think they're interested in getting to know, get to the dinner, realize there's not an interest, but they still know how to go through the date and have quality grown folks conversation. It just was not a perfect match, all right? However, I say that to say this, okay? Stop trying to use excuses on why a man take you to get coffee, okay? Or why a coffee date is okay, all right? A coffee date is not okay, okay? Coffee dates are designed for when you and that person is in. You guys are established. You guys have an established relationships. That's what coffee dates are for. Coffee dates are for those types of relationships. When you're in a relationship and you guys are already established, okay? That's what coffee dates for, okay? Coffee dates are not for first dates, all right? I'm going to repeat it again, and I'm going to repeat it again, all right? However, let me say this now. You do you, all right? But I just want you to know, a man calling you or texting you and say, hey, let's go get some coffee, don't like you. All right? Remember that. Remember that.